Hi, everybody. Jack O'Malley with you. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Hope you're well. I was out and about today meeting with folks in the 101st, so I had a hat on, so I have a little bit of hat hair. So I apologize for looking a little sloppy there, but that's why. Hey, I want to touch on a lot of things. We did a lightning round on Wednesday. I think I might have to do another, but I want to address something. I posted earlier today an op-ed that appeared in Bridge magazine this morning, and I was happy they ran it. And it dealt with the nursing home situation and all the sadness that it's caused, and that, we, the legislature, put a bill to the governor's desk. She vetoed it. We sent a resolution to her asking her to change course in putting COVID patients into nursing homes. And I posted it on Facebook. You can go read it if you want to. I got a message from Jim. Jim says, and I read, "And yet, Jack, you do not call for all people to wear masks in public. You say be kind to people not wearing masks. You always say it's your opinion. Please give the governor's opinion as to why it was vetoed, and we can make a decision. As usual, you just give your side of the story." All right, Jim, I'll give you the other side of the story. The governor has chosen, for whatever reason, to put COVID people into nursing homes. 5 other states did the same thing. 4 other states woke up and said, holy crap, this isn't good. For whatever reason, Governor Whitmer hasn't done it. Jim, Governor Whitmer has a bully pulpit. She can call the press to a press conference whenever she wants. So she can explain whatever she wants. So I would ask you, Jim, to ask the governor to explain why she hasn't done anything. We shouldn't have even sent that bill to her because we shouldn't have had to. I'll even give the governor, and this will catch me some hell from the people on the right, I'll give the governor the benefit of the doubt and say putting them in made sense early on till everybody said, wait, this isn't a good idea, but our governor has chosen to continue it. So, Jim, I don't have to give the governor's opinion. She's got all sorts of opportunities, and she vetoed a bill. Why doesn't she just stop the practice? Other states have done it. Our bill said, hey, find an alternative spot. Maybe she didn't like the bill. Okay, veto it. But then take the idea and do it your way, the right way. So, Jim, with all due respect, sir, my op-ed stands. What we are doing in nursing homes is criminal. It's wrong. And these poor people are isolated from their families. Many of them with dementia don't understand it. So I'm sorry, Jim. You wanted my opinion. The governor can give her opinion. So, Jim, have a nice night. All right, let's move on to something else. The other night, yesterday, a non-update night, we had our COVID committee. This topic is very detailed, and I am not going to give you every last ounce here because I'm still following the trails. But basically what happened early on, the state decided to award a contact tracing contract, and they needed to get volunteers to go out and follow up whenever there's a case. And there's the reason to do that is to find out who may be sick and so on and so forth. So what does the head of DHHS do, Director Gordon? He tasks Andrea Traverna to figure it out. So what does Andrea Traverna do? She goes to Ed Dugan, the son of the mayor of Detroit, as I understand it, and says, hey, do you know anybody who can help us find volunteers? And as I understand it, old Ed says, yeah, I know this guy. Well, the Auditor General of the state of Michigan did a little investigating on this on the behalf of a great representative, Ann Bolin. And the Auditor General referred to this company that Traverna and Dugan came up with as a political company. They do all their work for the Democratic Party. Now, I got no problem with that. That's God bless America. They're working. But should they be getting a contract that gets information from the people of the state of Michigan. So the question is, when did the governor know and when didn't they? Again, I don't have enough time here to go through all of the details, and we don't even know all the details. But what's interesting is Attorney General Nessel has decided to create a investigation, a criminal investigation of Ms. Treverna. So what does that mean? When our committee wants to talk to people as to what's going on, Ms. Treverna says, my lawyer says I shouldn't talk because of a legal matter. So the real question is, then another question was, well, what do they do with this data? Well, they're supposed to destroy it. Well, have they destroyed it? We don't know. Well, they're supposed to. Well, what are the safeguards to know if they destroyed it? So here's the beautiful part of this. It comes out after our testimony yesterday that DHHS went back to this company and said, hey, have you destroyed all the information of these people? Oh, yeah. So they flushed it yesterday. They've had 4 months with that information. Any copies? So
there's something that stinks there.
And we need to find out about it. And it appears Attorney General Nessel also agrees. So we'll see what happens to that. But keep an eye on contact tracing contract. It's hard to say. I stumble on it all the time. But this is also something in the COVID world that might really stink. So just an FYI. There's going to be more on that story. All right. Just some stories here in the last day or so. The number of COVID-19 patients in Michigan hospitals has dropped 86% since the high point in early April, while the statewide hospital bed occupancy rate has fluctuated between 59 and 75% since April. The Hospital Association data of statewide bed occupancy rates, which are the percentage of staffed inpatient beds occupied by any patient, regardless of COVID-19 status. Point is, our hospital rates numbers have gone up a little bit. Why? Because hospitals are back open. They're not sitting idle waiting for a COVID patient to come in the door. So even though you see hospital inpatient numbers going up, that doesn't mean they're COVID patients. They guys getting new knees, somebody getting a new hip, somebody who had a heart situation, whatever it could be. So hospital rates have gone up, but they're not all COVID, okay? There is another little stat here that I thought was interesting because I know people are fearful. And when people hear COVID, they immediately think death sentence. And that's not the case, okay? Even though cases have been rising for the last couple of months, which they have, deaths have remained static. Static. Usually less than 10 per day. I saw that, I think it was yesterday, we had 16 deaths reported, but 9 of them were from past days. So again, people get sick, our hospitals aren't overcrowded, and deaths have become rather static. Unfortunately, people do die. And the most deaths, as if you remember Wednesday's lightning round, are in what age group? 80 plus. Where the nursing homes are. Jim! Remember nursing homes? Oh, yeah. Why didn't the governor, why did she veto that bill? Ask her. I'm thinking of words I could use here, but I won't. It's Friday, and I try to be happy on Fridays. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, okay, that's good. This is one that I think is important because it kind of gets into the flow of things, and where we're at, and with the over zealousness and thinkology of our governor and her staff, including Director Gordon. I'll give you my opinion of Director Gordon too, but I won't in this. Migrant agricultural workers are suing the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Director, Gordon, over his emergency order requiring COVID-19 testing for agricultural and food processing employees. 6 migrant workers, along with Grand Junction-based True Blue Berry Management and Smeltzer Orchards of the 101st, filed a suit Tuesday in Western District Court. DHHS released a statement today calling the lawsuit meritless and unfortunate use of valuable time in a difficult period. The statement went on to say that a number of new and outstanding COVID-19 outbreaks, remember, outbreaks, two or more, related to farms, food processing, and migrant camps. Remember what I said the other day? Part of the problem with this is the harvest is already underway. Where were these regulations a month earlier? I'm thinking again words I can use, but I won't. I'm sorry, Jim set me off. Michigan Farm Bureau, which represents the state agricultural members, isn't a listed plaintiff, but attorneys for the organization made a push Thursday in an industry call to enlist farming operations to join and fund the lawsuit against the DHH order. So Farm Bureau is not happy with them. So there you go. Read my opinion piece in Bridge Magazine. It's right here on this Facebook page. You can tell me what you think. I think I stand by what I said. Michigan is the last state that is doing this, and there are alternatives. But our governor has chosen not to look at them. For whatever reason, Jim, I don't know why she doesn't tell me. So, oh man, it was funny. Somebody today said to me too, when I was out meeting the public, I bet you wouldn't be suing the governor if it was a Republican governor over the 1945 law. And I said, you know what? You're wrong there, Buster. I don't think any governor should have unilateral power. That's not what this country was founded on. Whether you agree with me or not, the House of Representatives is the people's house. We represent the people. I represent the 101st District. So when we get cut out of the decision-making, a la nursing homes, that's not good. We were not built to be a one-rule country. That's not how our system's set up. So when that gentleman said, well, if that was a Republican governor, you wouldn't be suing. No, think about this too. If the 45 law gets ruled unconstitutional or the Unlock Michigan petition can get rid of it, if the next governor is Republican, I'm sorry, I'm just in a feisty mood. If the next Republican governor is Republican, or they don't have the 45 law to abuse either. So by getting rid of the 45 law, it plays both ways, right? All right. So have a great weekend. I'm sorry, just like I said, boop, boop, boop. Let's have some fun. Anyway, you can agree or disagree with me. God bless you either way. Keep me in your prayers. I'll keep praying for you. And man, I am praying for our governor. Have a great weekend. Talk to you on Monday.